Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Satisfactory. Now, I've been doing a little bit of building off camera, but we still have a packed episode today, trying to figure out how to finish this off, and also introducing one of the comments that I saw about batteries. We'll get to that a little bit later. But for now, what the heck am I going to do with the underside of this part of the roof? I think that this roof needs to come down a little bit. There needs to be a little bit more shape here. But I'm not really sure how to do that. Let's see what we can come up with. You know what? I might honestly do the trick. Just extending that down a little bit. Maybe another pillar coming up this way or along that corner, but I think this will be fine over here. How does it look from over this way? We need one, or we need another one? I think we could do two. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I think that works better. I think that's good. So the goal today is to build out a little bit more of this factory, try to get the second part of this done, and maybe try to close up the entire building. But we also need to get to that comment, and I have a pretty good idea of what we can do for that. I think one of the issues that I have is I made a little angle in this wall. I thought it would be more interesting to not have a flat wall on this side. Really makes this part a bit more complicated. I think that we should be able to just, if we do one more block over, that might be able to fill that in fairly nicely. Like that. Fill that in there. And we can fill out the floor a bit more. Owie. Alright, let's close up the bottom part here. And then we'll finish work on the top part a little bit later. God, I really gotta make tubes for this. It takes so long to move around. There we go. Perfect. All right, we finally have a roof. All right, now we can get to work on this side and try to get a full wall going and have a fully enclosed structure. Let's do it. Oh, oh. Owie. Am I tall enough to get up to that? Ooh, I don't think so. Well. Ooh, nice. Can I reach it now? No? Alright, let's build out this wall. Actually, you know what? I kind of like this part here being more open. So I think we're going to leave that open. Maybe one wall over here. Leave this part open. We'll make some kind of a window later on so that we get natural light going into an atrium over here. Yeah, I think that's kind of how I want to do it. So that way we can kind of walk out. It's a big atrium kind of sorts. And then maybe this is one part of the building and we have another one over here. And this kind of connects the two with a central atrium that has plenty of sunlight and a view up to our space tower. Nice. Whoops. Should probably take care of that little river portion too. There we go. I'm still running apparently. Okay. Well, look at my feet. My feet are still running. Oh, we tried. We tried.
Your Pioneer Agreement mandates greater care with fix-it resources.
Yeah. That's my bad. My bad. Oh, we still got the tree. Huh. And we'll leave it up. Maybe we do like a larger portion up here to make it kind of anti-gravity, like something hanging out this way. That'd be kind of interesting. Where are you at, Mr. Running Man? There you are. Gimme. Alright, that is primarily what I wanted to do over here. So the batteries. This was the comment by 32 Bitten Tiger. 32 Bitten Tiger 999. When your power grid shuts down, it is a pain to have enough time to deal with power supply issues. Build as many batteries as you can. I suggest making a 4x4 stackable blueprint with wired batteries so you can stack them up. And throughout the series, build until you cannot go higher. So what I'm getting from that is build batteries until you cannot go higher. All right then. Let's go back to where we're actually storing our batteries so I can tell you what I was going to plan. I forgot to close that. Don't worry about that. Let's go back to where the batteries are, and I'll tell you my plan for what I was going to do with the battery situation. All right, welcome back to Coil Campus and our storage of batteries. All right, so this is my current grid of batteries and power based off of this blueprint, which is a really good blueprint. You can stack this blueprint pretty easily. There's a lot of batteries in it. It takes a lot of materials to make, obviously. I don't know if I want the batteries just out and about like this. I'm thinking we put them in there, but this blueprint is not going to fit in there. So I think we just make a little bit of a smaller one and we shove them in there. Go in right here. And let's see if we can put that down. All right, so this 3x3 battery blueprint is fully contained within the coil. Let's slap it on down there a couple of times. One more in the bottom there. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. All right. Connect those up. And then those are connected. These are all connected. I think I could just put this right on top. I can. Very good. Now we just put them all up like that. And like that. And we're rocking and rolling. Sweet. Probably should have left this open. Not that smart. All right. We boosted it by 1/3 doing that. All of these should now be getting power, which it looks like they are. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now we can't go higher than this on these front two, but for these we could go as high as we want. Maybe we have other pillars around this building where these gold coils go all the way up with the batteries inside of them, and they're connected by battery packs like this. Okay, so that is the plan over here at Coil Campus, so that we have plenty of battery packs to support what eventually is going to be a lot of power consumption. But that's going to do it for this episode. I do want this to be a Backseat Let's Play. I very much appreciate every single comment. I read all of them. You guys are really driving this world, so go ahead and drop a comment down below. Like and subscribe if you like this series and you want to keep following. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.